Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about something that I have to decide quite a bit throughout the day while trading options, and that's whether to take my profits at my set profit taking targets or continuously hold a stock if it's respecting my 9 EMA strategy. If I'm in a trade and it's going really well and it's starting to hit some of my profit taking targets, which are 20%, 50%, and 100%, where I'll usually cut the entire trade, I have to decide whether to take it or to let the stock continuously rise if it's looking really well. For me personally, I always stick to my profit taking targets, even though at times in hindsight I wish I didn't and the stock continuously rises and I think about how much money I could have made. I know we have all been there. After selling a stock, it continuously rises higher and you think to yourself, why did I sell it? The chart still looks really good for more movement to the upside. That's why in this video, I want to encourage you to set some profit taking targets. I promise you that at the end of the day, taking profits at 20%, 50%, no matter how small the profits are, it's a much better feeling than watching your option contracts turn red on you and ending the day in a red position. I'll also share with you guys two examples, two trades that I took on Zoom and Roku, taking my profits extremely early, but at the end of the day, I was happy, I was green, and that's really what my goal of the day was. So before we get into this one, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you're new here, consider subscribing and pressing that bell notification so you know every single time that I post. Alright guys, so like we said in the intro, we have all been there. We all took profits on a trade that worked out really well and watched the stock continuously ride higher and think to yourself, why did I take profits? Now, my argument to that is that trading in hindsight, thinking back in hindsight, is a really toxic mentality to have when trading. It will cause you to overtrade, it'll cause you to chase the stock when it moves higher, and it could make you end up red on the day. Going from green to red on the day because you chased the stock that you just made a great trade on is an extremely bad feeling to have, and it's something that I avoid at all costs. The way that I avoid this is to make sure that I stick to my profit taking targets. Once I'm at 20%, once I'm at 50%, I'll start to scale out of my positions, and once I'm all out of that trade, I can sit back, relax, and look for A-plus quality setups only. I don't force any trades. I don't try to find something that is not there because I'm green on the day. I'm happy with my profits, and that's really what it's all about. I urge anyone out there that's trading stocks, trading options, to have these profit-taking targets that you can respect, that you can be happy about, and no matter what happens, whether the stock goes higher, whether the stocks go lower, you can be happy, you can sit back and enjoy the rest of your day after making some really nice profits. Having a great mentality and well-being coming into the next day is one of the most important things for me personally. If I'm green today, I can come into tomorrow with a positive mentality, come into the next day knowing that I had a great trading day the day prior, and try to find some really quality setups. If I had profits the previous day and had them all wiping out by taking a FOMO trade or trying to chase a stock because I wish I didn't sell my profits, that is a terrible way to come into the next day, and it can really mess with your emotions. Trading, in my opinion, is not a race. Take those profits, incrementally build your account. That is the approach that I like to take. Enough talking, let's go ahead and get into some examples. So I'm going to show you two trades, one on Zoom and one on Roku. I took profits on both these trades at 20% and 50%, watching the stock continuously ride higher throughout the rest of the day. In hindsight, obviously, I wish I didn't sell my Roku trade for 20% profit, but I came into the next day with a green day the day prior, which made me refreshed, and I came in and found some new opportunities, and that's when I found Zoom and made 50% on that today. All right, so getting into these trades, we have Roku here on the 1 minute chart. This is yesterday, this is Thursday. So we can see Roku had a great day. I mean, it moved up from the open. It closed up just about 8% on the day. So huge day. Option contracts are up, I think, almost close to 1,000% on some short expirations. Now, when I got into this trade, I was watching it in the morning. So in the morning here, we can see that we used the 9 EMA strategy and it worked out really well. So looking at this, this is the 9 EMA, the blue line, and the gray line is the VWAP line. So we opened up, spiked up, retraced to the 9 EMA, bounced perfectly off of it, retraced to the 9 EMA once again, and bounced off of it once again. So a really nice place right here, a really great opportunity to get in on this dip, and another great opportunity to get in on this dip. Now, pulling up the Discord chat where I call out all of my trades, this is where I got into mine. So At 9:42, I got into a November 20th 250 call for $2.16. I showed that it was holding the 9 EMA, and I got into it on one of these dips. So right here on this dip after this breakout, I went ahead and took my execution on this trade. So I saw that perfect 9 EMA bounce. It bounced extremely quickly and moved higher all the way up to around $249 relatively quickly. Now, for me personally, we can see that I took my 20% gain right here, about a $53 or $43 gain on this option contract, keeping it small, trying to size down a little bit, trying to take some really nice trades with some quality setups, no matter how big the positions are. I took a nice 20% gain right there on an extremely clean breakout above highs, as well as off this 9 EMA. Now, looking at this, yes, I took my profit to 20%. It was a really nice trade. The setup was there. The strategy worked perfectly, but I did take my profits early. Looking at this the rest of the day, I looked at these contracts later in the day with the Discord group, and these exact contracts were trading at $9 per contract. That is over 400% on this contract right here, and I have to live with taking a 20% gain. Now, yes, it can be tough, but I am happy that I saw this setup. I'm happy that this setup was clean, that I saw the right move. I was right about the move, and I executed it perfectly. Now, obviously, I could have made more money. This would have been, just about $1,000 winner on this trade, only with $200 at risk. So it could have been a lot better. But looking at this, something that I had to deal with was, do I take my profits at my profit-taking target, which my first one is 20%, and being that I only had one contract, I took the trade there, or do I stick to my 9 EMA strategy and hold this until it breaks? So I got out of this at 9:44. So just almost 2 minutes later, these contracts were up 20%. So right here, I took my profits on the trade. But not until 10 o'clock did the stock fall below the 9 EMA. So if I would have stuck to my 9 EMA strategy, I would have made probably about 100% on this trade right here. But I stuck to my profit-taking targets, and even though I could have made more money, I'm still happy with the trade, and I can come into the next day with a fresh mind, with a positive attitude, and prepare myself for another setup. At the end of the day, if you're finding setups like these 9 EMA bounces right here, and you're catching them perfectly, even if you don't make a lot of money on the trade, just the fact that you can find these setups, that you can see these opportunities, is much more important than making money in the short term. If you can find a strategy that works, that you can be consistent on, you can promise yourself into the future that you continuously can make money with this strategy. And I promise that you will make more money long term if you stick to rules, if you stick to profit-taking targets, then try to chase these stocks up and try to really squeeze out every cent of the move. So that was my Roku trade. The next one I want to go over is my Zoom trade. So right here is the Zoom trade that I took today at 10:13. So going to Zoom, going to the 1 minute chart today, which is Friday, we can see that Zoom had a huge move today. Big percentage wise, up 6% on the day. I got it to this at 10:13 a.m. So 10:13, baby position on Zoom, 9 EMA support, and I'll cut it if we break below. $180 in the position. So small trade, just trying to keep it small. I'm profitable on the week. I don't feel like giving back those profits. And I just want to try to do some trading setups that are clean, that align with my strategy. So right here, $180 in the position, showing the charts, a really clean 9 EMA bounce right there. Took about a 50% gain on there. So I tried to get out at 20%. The stock dipped, didn't get filled, and instantly spiked higher. So I did get filled at 50%. Really nice strategy. I'm going to show you guys the trade right now. So 10:13 is right. Let me zoom back in here. 10:13 on the chart is right here. So 10:13, what I was looking at. So we had a really clean 9 EMA hold throughout majority of the morning. So we bounced, held it, bounced again, held it. We had multiple 2-minute pullbacks. So we had one right here, really clean. We had one right here, another clean hold of the 9 EMA. We had another one right here, dipped a little below, but it still sort of held it there. Really clean right here. And 10:13 is when I took it, which was this area. So I saw that we pulled back, bounced, pulled back to the 9 again, and sort of curled higher on this 1 minute. 10:13 right here on this candle, I got into the trade, and you can see that right around 1018 was a 50% gainer on this contract. So 1018 is right here. So right on this candle bar right here, I took my profits, but I could have held this a little bit longer, right? So we didn't yet fall below the 9 EMA. We only fell below the 9 EMA around here at 1025. So if I stuck to my, my 9 EMA strategy, I probably could have squeaked out maybe 10 and 15% more on this trade, but I stuck to my second profit taking target. 50% was the target. I tried to get out at 20%, but I didn't get filled, and the stock really quickly jumped higher, and I let it ride until that next profit taking target. So if we move over to the 5-minute, what we can see is that at 1018, I got out of this trade. So right around here is where I took my profits, about 50%. But if you look at the 9 EMA on the 5-minute, we had a beautiful bounce right here at the 5-minute 9 EMA. Perfect bounce that you could have got a great entry on. And the stock moved all the way up to around $443 a share. So a big move past where I took my profits, which was right around here. So let's say about a 2.5% move higher since I took those profits. If I held, I probably would have made 100% on this trade. But in my head, I hit my goal. I hit my daily goal with the percentage wise, and I'm happy with the trade that I made. It was a clean setup. I wasn't chasing the stock. It was aligning with the strategy that I like to implement. And that is really a success for me at the end of the day. So something that you may have noticed since I started this video is not one time did I say that I had a dollar amount goal. This is about percentages. Trading with percentages is much more important than trying to focus on your P&L, trying to make an X amount of money per week. It's about managing risk. It's about taking A+ quality setups and trying to get a percentage gain that you're comfortable with, and you can walk away at the end of the day and be happy with your trading. I really hope that after watching today's video, I've encouraged you to set some profit-taking targets, take those profits when you hit that goal, and walk away with a green day, walk away happy, and don't give back those profits to the market. Before I let you guys go, if you want to join the Discord chat where I call out all of my trades, where we have 1,200 other options trading, calling out their trades, talking about the market, calling out stocks that are moving with volatility, make sure to check it out. It's the first link in the description below. I owe a lot to the people in that group. I trade a lot of the stocks that they call out that I'm not even able to look at. There's 1,200 people in there. That means there's 2,400 eyes on the market at all times, and there's stocks that they call out that I have not had a chance to watch, and I definitely have made some trades due to their call outs. I want to make sure that everyone out there understands that this is not a signal service. It's not a place for you to copy my trades or anyone else's trades. It's a place to join a family of people, to educate yourself, to learn about options trading, and to be on top of the market every day with breaking news, with stocks that are moving. A great community for like-minded individuals. So guys, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button for me. It'll really help out the video and my channel. We've been growing really nicely on the channel, and I appreciate all of the support that you guys have given me. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Make sure to press that bell notification so you know every single time that I post. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.